here, Tanya DePass, like one of the literally best people in this damn industry. She does so much work, consulting. She's like making connections. She's talking about shit, and she's on Rivals, which is one of my top favorite shows. If you know, it hasn't been obvious over the past like half year. And I mean, like, just so much I always want to talk to Tanya about. She like always has so much to say. We've done a panel yesterday, or was it yesterday?
Yep, it was yesterday.
Oh goodness, it feels not like yesterday. And then I'm always up to just like speaking, talking, working. So let's talk about. I mean, it's just whatever. So like, what has Tanya's weekend been like?
Not a lot of sleep. It's good. It's one of those things where it's like I was tired and I did the press junket on Wednesday. I think I've ran 14 interviews.
Oh goodness.
Over the course of a few hours. So I was a little talked out by Wednesday night. Just a lot of socializing, and for me it's hard because I'm an introvert. So it's been good. It's been really cool to meet people who are really into the show, because you don't think about, or at least I think about it, but I try not to obsess over like the impact you make, whether or not you are meaning to do that. Because I think once you start thinking of yourself as like super important or anything like you're required for these conversations, then it's a fast road to not being relevant or not being part of the community, because everyone has something to say, not just us, but on the other hand, I also realize how important Rivals is for people, but I don't want it to ever go to my head or anyone else.
Don't get arrogant about it. Don't get bad about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm super important, but like, the work is important.
Oh, definitely. And people have been doing this work before I came along, and they'll do it after, I either burn out or get to a point where maybe it can't pay the bills.
Yeah. I mean, it's, that constant, it's not that people aren't there doing it, it's they're not seen, or, maybe this person overshadowing, they're the bigger presence, so people are noticing the small people around. And I mean, that's you, like, even just, not even like, just through small stuff, you've like really helped launch people into both this industry and others. Like, it was through helping you at PAX Unplugged, which was that launching point for me. Cicero, as he talked about how it was you who got him in D&D and onto Rivals, how you got Brandon, how you got Sharif. And so, it's not just always talking, it is that helping people forward, which you do so much.
Yeah, I mean, the people that help you rise, the same people you see if you fall, because a lot of people, I don't know, I think it's very easy to fall into that, like, especially if you get recognized, you get a little bit of shine, they forget that other people helped them get there. Nobody, I don't care what people say, nobody has ever gotten where they are solely by themselves.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of siloing, there's a lot of Highlander mentality amongst a lot of folks. If I get popular, I get put on, then nobody else can be there too because they'll knock me down. But the thing is, people burn out, and the more you lift other folks, the more it's gonna make everyone better.
It spreads out the necessary work and load to more people, and just lessens the stress.
Yeah, it's hard work, it's emotional labor, and I don't think a lot of people realize or understand that. And when they take on that Highlander mentality, that's a fast road to burnout. Because you're not only trying to maintain your assumed presence at the top, you're also, always on the hustle, you're always on the grind, and it's hard. It's hard, and it doesn't make you any friends, it makes you enemies. It makes it look like you're out for you versus the people you're supposed to support. And I don't do this to get rich. I am rich, I'm never getting rich. But, for every person that tells us, I feel like I can play D&D, I feel like I can do tabletop, because I see a table full of people who look like me, that's what makes it worth it.
Sure. Speaking of Rivals, you excited to come back to the table, especially with Serena and, further exploration of Selise. Even though we know how her wife died and all that, but it's just like, especially with her revenge goal.
Yeah.
You know who it is, and it's like.
Yeah, so now she's got to find that person, and it'll be an interesting exploration for her as a paladin. Without spoiling any of the new descent stuff, if we go to hell, that's going to be a special challenge for her as a paladin. I like that in 5e paladins don't have to be lawful good. They're not locked into that, and you can have a spiteful or vengeful motivation.
I mean, I know I've asked you this before. I asked you months ago, but especially considering season 4 starting up, and the next event is about a year away. It'd be at least maybe 2 more seasons of Rivals in between that period. Hopefully, I hope. But which would mean that there's that opportunity for you to take it to the end.
I mean, I would do it, but it's a lot of work to prep a weekly show. It's hard because Brandon and I travel a lot compared to the rest of the cast. Mm-hmm. So that's something I have to consider if I do ever sit in the DM's chair, is that if I'm not present and I'm DMing that season, how does that work? How does that tie into either skipping around? And you don't want to skip too many weeks, but there are some months where I'm gone most of the month. So I'd love to do it. It's just, it's a lot of work. And I have imposter syndrome when it comes to DMing.
But I mean, if it happened, what do you see like as your DM style?
I'm much more narrative. I'm not really combat focused, and I like people getting a chance to do stuff. Like everyone have their kind of like
their special episode, basically.
Yeah, there's not even a special episode, but their moment to like kind of save the day or have a spotlight.
Yeah, I'm sitting there, to shine, show them. Outside of maybe being DM's chair by next year, especially if whatever next year's event hold, would you be looking to do more than just, your possible Rivals show, or would like another panel, maybe jump on the main stage?
I'd love to be in a main stage game. I mean, I would absolutely love to play, with Christina, with B-Dave, with Matt Mercer, probably Pat Rothfuss, because watching him seems like it'd be really hilarious to play with him. Deborah Hall, Marisha. There's so many people that, it'd be really cool to do an epic game with them. Who knows? I mean, we're not even fully done with this weekend, but I mean, it'd be cool, and maybe the format will be different again next year. Hopefully we get to come back next year. There's some Rivals.
Hopefully, really excited. I don't want to, keep bugging, well, I don't want to bug, but, all the work you do, because it's you're on some consulting work, all that, and it's not, I don't want things too heavy, because what you do is, the rest is no consulting, so it's just talking about all the bullshit that pops up when marginalized identities aren't present helping, so it's just,
Well, it's not that we're not present. A lot of times people are present, but they may be the only one in the room. Yeah. They may be the only person, or one of the few people of color, or maybe the only one in that meeting. And, times are hard. Sometimes you gotta weigh, do I speak up and not cause a problem, but speak up and make someone aware? Or do I say this and get branded a troublemaker? How bad do I need my job? Because you never know workplace situation.
Like we talked about on the panel, that you can't get the risk reward. You gotta weigh it.
Or people speak up and then they get ignored. So it's a lot of us have to work, 3 times as hard to get half the shot.
Right.
But everyone's at different levels on what they're doing.
Yeah. I understand that. There's not much else to talk about. Okay. At the moment, there's always later stuff.
Yeah.
Just to keep it short, simple, not too much, just to highlight what the weekend was like for you.
Yeah, overall it was fun. It was great. It was nice to meet so many people, see folks again. Because last year it was what am I doing here? Do I really belong here? It was our first time. And meeting all these people that, were just, and not like they weren't real people, but I never would have thought I would get around them and have a chance to hang out or whatever.
the expectation of like meeting, like how am I here? What am I doing here?
Well, I mean, a lot of it was imposter syndrome and not knowing how we'd be received. That was our very first time playing, and then to play on a main stage in front of thousands of people, those watching, but then people in the audience too.
And then y'all did it again at PAX East.
Yeah, and hopefully we can keep doing live shows and events like that. I'd love to do something at Gen Con, but Gen Con's so packed over 4 days.
And I know they're like releasing tickets and already scheduling stuff, so like things are already.
Well, the schedule's out. It's just you get to pick your tickets. So this starting today, the 19th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Tanya DePass, head of I Need to Race Games, Cypher Tier, Selise on Rivals of Waterdeep. Doing so much, being such an awesome person who like really deserves all the support because she supports others so much. And so, just follow her, hire her, support her.
Thank you.
Thank you for sitting down.